Welcome students to another class of informatic practices. Today we are going to talk about a new emerging trend, that is Internet of Things. In short, we can say IoT. Okay, you may be heard or seen in the movies that one person is sitting at the in one country and he is managing his home or his devices at home with the help of smartphones. And apart from that, scientists were also able to monitor the process of a whale who was operated upon and a chip was inserted in her body. Similarly, a car sensor alerts the car owner about low air pressure in tires in time, and so on. So, what are these? All these are nothing but some examples of applications of IoT. What is IoT? Let's discuss about IoT. The term computer network that we see all around us, that is commonly a use of network that is having computers. So such a network consists of laptop, desktop, server, portable devices like tablet, smartphone, smartwatches, etc., that are connected through wire or wirelessly. So we can communicate between these devices using internet or LAN, that is local area network. So now imagine, what if our bulbs, fans and refrigerator also become a part of this network? How will they communicate with each other, and what will they communicate? Think about the advantages and tasks that can be accomplished if all the devices with smart connectivity features are able to communicate among themselves, and we are also able to communicate with them using computers or smartphones. So there the IoT comes into the picture. IoT is a network of devices that have an embedded hardware and softwares to communicate with each other on the same network. So here in the picture you can see that IoT is a network or a common place through which this aircraft, laptop, CCTV camera, microwave on, smartwatch, Bluetooth, car, smartphone, wireless devices, and that shopping cart, home, and other devices are connected like bulb, TV, etc. So see, at present in a typical household, many have the devices like microcontroller and software. So these devices are used in an isolation from each other. They are not affecting each other, and with the human interventions, they are getting operated. So IoT trends to bring together these devices to work in collaboration and assist each other in creating an intelligent network of things. For example, if a microwave oven and air conditioner, door lock, CCTV camera, or other such devices are enabled to communicate to the internet, we can access and remotely control them on the go using a smartphone. So this is about Internet of Things. This IoT can be found in many fields, areas like health and fitness, like gadgets like Fitband, or you can say Jawbone, Nike, Misfit, etc. These are the apps that can measure your heart rate, blood pressure, etc. With these devices, we can do that. Home security. There are many home safety and security devices for everyone that enable video surveillance, motion, temperature, air quality control to help you protect your family and your home when you are not around. Apart from this, IoT can be used in transport. Driverless cars can't only drive on road without drivers but can also be touched with servers all time. Shopping. There are smart refrigerator nowadays that can order from grocery item. Soon their quantity in the fridge goes below a set level. Smart cities. IoT is the main enabler of making smart city smart. Okay, a reality. Smart surveillance, automated transportation, smart energy management, water distribution, urban security, environmental monitoring, etc. are the examples of IoT for smart cities. So these are the applications where IoTs are used.
The Internet of Things, or IoT, is influencing our lifestyle from the way we react to the way we behave. From air conditioners that you can control with your smartphone, to smart cars providing the shortest route, or your smartwatch which is tracking your daily activities. IoT is a giant network of connected devices. These devices gather and share data about how they are used and the environment in which they are operated. It's all done using sensors. Sensors are embedded in every physical device. It can be your mobile phone, electrical appliances, vehicles, barcode sensors, traffic lights, and almost everything that you come across in day-to-day life. These sensors continuously emit data about the working state of the devices. But the important question is, how do they share this huge amount of data, and how do we put this data to our benefit? IoT provides a common platform for all these devices to dump their data and a common language for all the devices to communicate with each other. Data is emitted from various sensors and sent to IoT platforms securely. IoT platform integrates the collected data from various sources. Further analytics is performed on the data, and valuable information is extracted as per requirement. Finally, the result is shared with other devices for better user experience, automation, and improving efficiencies. Let us look at a scenario where IoT is doing wonders. In an AC manufacturing industry, both the manufacturing machine and the belt have sensors attached. They continuously send data regarding the machine health and the production specifics to the manufacturer to identify issues beforehand. A barcode is attached to each product before leaving the belt. It contains the product code, manufacturer details, special instructions, etc. The manufacturer uses this data to identify where the product was distributed and track the retailer's inventory. Hence, the manufacturer can make the product running out of stock available. Next, these products are packed and parceled to different retailers. Each retailer has a barcode reader to track the products coming from different manufacturers, manage inventory, check special instructions, and many more. The compressor of air conditioner has an embedded sensor that emits data regarding its health and temperature. This data is analyzed continuously, allowing the customer care to contact you for the repair work in time. This is just one of the million scenarios. We have smart appliances, smart cars, smart homes, smart cities, where IoT is redefining our lifestyle and transforming the way we interact with technology.
Changing much about the world we live in, from the way we drive to how we make purchases, and even how we get energy for our homes. Sophisticated sensors and chips are embedded in the physical things that surround us, each transmitting valuable data that lets us better understand how these things work and work together. But how exactly do all these devices share such large quantities of data? And how do we put that information to work? Whether we're improving the production of a factory, giving city residents real-time updates on where to park, or monitoring our personal health, it's the common Internet of Things platform that brings this diverse information together and provides the common language for the devices and apps to communicate with each other. The process starts with the devices themselves, which securely communicate with an Internet of Things platform. This platform integrates the data from many devices and applies analytics to share the most valuable data with applications that address industry-specific needs. Let's start with a simple example, a car. After taking a long road trip, Rebecca notices that her check engine light has come on. She knows that she needs to have her car looked at by a mechanic, but is not sure whether it's something minor or something that needs immediate attention. As it turns out, the sensor that triggered Rebecca's check engine light monitors the pressure in her brake line. This sensor is one of many monitoring processes throughout the car, which are constantly communicating with each other. A component in the car called the diagnostic bus gathers the data from all these sensors, then passes it to a gateway in the car. The gateway integrates and sorts the data from the sensors. This way, only the most relevant diagnostic information will be transmitted to the manufacturer's platform. But before sending this organized data, the car's gateway and platform must first register with each other and confirm a secure communication. The platform is constantly gathering and storing thousands of bits of information from Rebecca's car and hundreds of thousands of cars like hers, building an historical record in a secure database. The manufacturer has added rules and logic to the platform. So when Rebecca's car sends a signal that her brake fluid has dropped below a recommended level, the platform triggers an alert in her car. The manufacturer also uses the platform to create and manage applications that solve specific issues. In this case, the manufacturer can deploy an application on the platform called the Asset Management System. This application oversees all of their customers' cars on the road, as well as all the parts in their warehouses. It uses the data from Rebecca's car to offer her a potential appointment time to service her car, directions to the nearest certified dealer, and a coupon for the service. What's more, the app will ensure that Rebecca's brakes are covered under her warranty, that the correct replacement part is ordered and then sent to the dealership so it is ready when she arrives. But the manufacturer's analysis does not stop there. They have also deployed a continuous engineering application that tracks not only Rebecca's car, but hundreds of thousands of others, looking for ways to improve the design and manufacturing process of the car itself. If the same problem in her brake line crops up in a critical number of other cars, the manufacturer uses applications custom built for the automobile industry to pinpoint the exact problem. They can see if these cars were made at the same factory, used the same parts, or came off the assembly line on the same day. So what do all these pieces add up to? Streamlined inventory management for the dealer, a better, safer car from the manufacturer. And for Rebecca, it means she can be back on the road faster and get to where she's going safely. All thanks to the Internet of Things.
Let's talk about the subpoints of this Internet of Things, that is Web of Things, sensors and smart city. So first point is Web of Things, that is WOT. So this WOT, it is like a framework or vision through which we can connect all the applications with one area, that is web. So Internet of Things allows us to interact with different devices through internet with the help of smartphones or computer, thus creating a personal network. But to interact with different types of devices, we need to install n different apps. Wouldn't it be convenient to have one interface to connect all the devices? So the web is already being used as a system to communicate with each other. So will it be possible to use a web in such a way that all things can communicate with each other in most efficient manner by integrating them together at one place? So Web of Things allows the user or use of web services to connect anything in the physical world besides human identities on web. That means it uses common standards and blueprints like URI, Uniform Resource Identifier, HTTP, etc. of the web to access the functionality of the smart objects and expand their networks. Unlike Internet of Things, which requires special sensors or other technology to interact. So the difference between IoT and WOT is same as the difference between internet and web. Internet includes hardware and software both, but this WOT, that is Web of Things, it includes software, or you can say World Wide Web, WWW, to connect all the application at one place. Okay, so you can say that WOT allows the use of web services to connect anything in the physical world besides human identifiers on the web. It will pave a way for creating smart homes, smart offices and smart cities. So this is about Web of Things. Let us discuss another sub-point of IoT, that is sensors. So let's start with a question. What happens when you hold your mobile phone vertically or horizontally? The display also changes to vertical or horizontal with respect to the way you hold your mobile phone. That is, whenever you are changing the direction of your phone, the screen will also get changed. This is possible with the help of two sensors, namely accelerometer and gyroscope. The accelerometer sensor in mobile phones just detects the orientation of the phone, while the gyroscope sensor tracks rotation or twist of your hand and add to the information supplied by the accelerometer. So sensors are very commonly used for monitoring and observing elements in real world applications. So the evolution of smart electronic sensors is contributing in large way to the evolution of Internet of Things. It will also lead to creation of new sensor based intelligent system. So a smart sensor is just a device that takes input from a physical environment and uses it to build computing resources to perform some specific functions upon detection of specific input and then process that data before passing it on. So, in short, you can say that apart from this mobile sensors, there are different type of sensors like smoke sensors and fire sensors, etc., that you can find in your school and theaters, etc. So, sensors are just device which measures some physical energy and convert it into some type of signals. And there are different type of sensors available, that can be temperature sensors that measure change in temperature, proximity sensors that measure the position of an object relative to the screen of a display, accelerometer that measures the position and motion and vibration and acceleration, pressure sensors that measures the pressure or change in the pressure, light sensors that measure the change in the light intensity, ultrasonic sensor, smoke gas and alcohol sensor, and touch sensor, humidity sensor, gyroscope sensors. Okay, so these are the different types of sensors, and they are all also called smart sensors. Smart sensors are intelligent sensors that can convert the major quantities into digital data, and that digitally process them, transmit them, and can perform some form of decision making. So in robotics or AI, these type of smart sensors are used. So this is about sensors. Let's talk about smart cities. A smart city is a city that uses information communication technology and digital technologies along with Internet of Things to provide services and solve city problems with improved quality and sustainability. So as we can see that with rapid urbanization, the load on our city is increasing day by day, and there are chances in management of resources like land, water, waste and air pollution, health and sanitation, traffic congestion, public safety and security. Besides the overall city infrastructures, including road, rail, bridge, electricity, subways, disaster management, sport facilities, etc. So these challenges are forcing many city planners around the world to look for smarter ways to manage all these concerned issue and make city sustainable and livable. Okay, so the idea of smart city, as you can see in the figure of smart city, so there will be a centralized process and different sensors are included that makes use of computer and communication technology along with IoT, WOT to manage and distribute resources efficiently. So the smart building shown here uses sensors to detect earthquake, tremors, and then warn nearby buildings so that they can prepare themselves accordingly. The smart bridge uses wireless sensors to detect any loose bolt, cable, or crack. It alerts concerned authorities through SMS. So the smart tunnel also uses wireless sensors to detect any leakage or congestion in the tunnel. So this information can be sent as wireless signal across the network or sensor nodes to a centralized computer for further analysis. So every sphere of life in the city like transportation system, power plant, water supply, network, waste management, law enforcement, information system, schools, libraries, hospital and other community services work in unison to optimize or maximize the efficiency of city operations and services. So we can say a smart city, the main goal of smart city are to improve policy, efficiency, reduce waste and inconvenience, improve social and economic quality, and maximize social inclusion. So that is the main idea behind smart cities. And these smart cities, they are practicing or addressing the growing urbanization challenges that include an intelligent network of connected objects and machines, data transmissions using wireless technologies and the cloud-based IoT applications, citizens engagement using smartphones and mobile devices as well as connected cars and homes. It also promotes or improve energy distribution, streamline trash collection, decrease traffic congestion. So the logic behind smart city is making it far smarter so that everything will be connected with our smartphones and device, and that can be economical and useful for all the citizens. This is all about smart city. You can see the diagram. Here you can see the diagram of smart city components. So smart city plan, it includes smart manufacturing. That means it is using smart devices or sensors, etc., for making the manufacturing more smarter. That means it can add the tags and etc., that QR code onto the product on its own with the help of smart devices. Smart government and governance, also mobile Wi-Fi facility, smart digital citizens, open data, smart health. Apart from that, there is a smart parking facility. Like we are also getting that updates of flights and cabs, etc., on our mobile phone on the dated schedule, proper scheduling with the help of smart devices like calendar, etc. So that is just giving us the reminder about the flight and cabs and other day-to-day events. Okay. It also includes smart farming, agriculture facility, smart building, smart grid energy utilization, smart transportation, and smart driving. So these all are the components of smart city. So that is all about the smart cities. Thank you so much. In this class, we have completed the IoT, that is Internet of Things.